means that while we have professional services, we also need to think about how those professionals work in partnership with parents, because professionals are not going to be able to do everything on their own, and likewise parents will not be able to do everything on their own. So very much the buzzword moving forward, and indeed for the last decade or so, has been how do we bring a closer working relationship between parents and professionals so that they jointly own the child's educational development? Well, some of the things we have learned is that professionals need to focus on the family and not just on the child. So if you're a teacher, a therapist, a medical doctor, of course you're going to be interested in the child, and many of your questions will be around the child. But family focus means also asking about the family. And what are the relationships like within the family? And who's involved in the family in helping the child grow and develop? Who plays with the child, for example? Now that might seem an obvious thing to say, but in the busy professional clinic, and the referral often has been for the child, not for the family, it takes a fairly enlightened professional to be able to ask those sorts of questions, to realize that if I'm really going to understand this child and to understand how best to help their development, then I've got to understand the family as well. Yes, of course, professionals have moved that way, but I'm not so sure that that's as widespread as it needs to be. Second feature is to identify the needs not only of the child, but remember, what are the family needs? Now, some of those will be beyond what a professional can reasonably do. A family might come to you and talk about just the lack of money they experience, the poor housing they have, the difficulties they have with transport. They may not be things that you personally can deal with as a professional, but you must be open to referring families to getting help that they deserve and need in regard to those particular problems. So listening with respect and also helping to identify those needs can be something that will really help the parent-professional relationship grow and develop. The other big lesson is the need for a personalized plan for how you as a professional are going to help that child with their individual needs, aspirations, and so on, but also how you're going to help the family, and indeed what you're expecting the families to contribute to the plan as much as what the professional is going to contribute. Many families come along expecting the professionals to do all the work, but this is your opportunity to make a joint plan in which the parent and family responsibilities are also made clear. There will all be other partners that might need to join the core partnership of parent and professional. And in that sense, that element of broadening the partnership is a critical contribution that both parents and professionals can make. So in other words, as well as looking at your own system as a professional, that I'm the medical doctor, or I'm the psychologist, or I'm the therapist, we need to actually get professionals thinking in terms of their own networking with other professionals so that it truly does become a multidisciplinary endeavor. That's often talked about, but we still have to realize that in many of our services around the world. And of course, if you have a plan, you need to review it. And like as not, you'll also need to adapt it, because it won't always work the way you thought it was going to work. So regular review meetings, at least annually, but some would argue better every 6 months, to let you see how the child and the family are progressing. There may come a time, of course, when families say they need that level of review or planning. But while they may move from a medical plan more towards a preschool plan or a school age plan, all of those will be sharing the same common things that are